Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 3 of Clayton's season of The Bachelor. This is Bachelor Recap, a guy's review with your boy, Dave Neal, stand-up comedian and host of Bachelor Nation News. You guys ready to get into this? You like this week 3 recap logo? It says Shanae Watch, because Shanae Watch is a play on the word Baywatch. Get it? Baywatch, Shanae Watch. Or when I was 11 years old, we called it Babe Watch. Oh, boy. Tons of fun. So we got multiple group dates happening, multiple disappointments, multiple villains. And please hit the like button multiple times, preferably an odd number. And don't forget to subscribe. We'll get into this video. But first of all, can you believe this? Only 52% of my audience is subscribed. We have 100,000 people, 52% of them subscribed. If you're not on the subscribe list, what are you doing? That's the best way to get the up-to-date videos, nonstop content. Get on there and hit the subscribe button. And let's get right into it. As you guys know, I take notes, read them back to you. No edits, no jump cuts. Follow my Instagram at dneals if you want to see some reels that I'm not sharing on the YouTube page. You can see some reels there. And of course, my brand new channel, The Dave Neal Show, has 21,000 views. So almost 3,000 subscribers. I'm doing a video a day. Once it's monetized, we're going to do multiple videos. Before you know it, you'll be over there watching non-Bachelor related content. You better believe it. All right, let's get into the week 3 recap. We learned that Cassidy has a friends with benefit. She went on the show to make him jealous. She said, hey, that could work. Looking at you, Sally Carson. You know, guy won't put a ring on it. Go on The Bachelor. Do a little Baywatch exercise. Next thing you know, he'll be getting down on a knee. Someone's getting down on a knee. Clayton tells Jesse about the info he's heard. Cassidy has FaceTimed her friends with benefit right before the limo entrance, a couple days before. Can you imagine if this was the real world? You know, it's like, I haven't even met her yet, and she's she's FaceTiming another guy. Oh, no. I get it. This show, you have to be there for the right reasons, whatever those are, getting an Instagram verification. So Clayton asked Cassidy if she had a friend with benefit. She denies. She says she hasn't had a relationship since summer of 2019. And we know linguistics. We know what's going on here. He reformats his question. She goes, oh, you can ask that question twice. He goes, you haven't spoken with a guy? And she says, I haven't spoken with a guy who I want to have a relationship with. And then she goes, do you not believe me? Do you not believe me? Colton Underwood? He's like, my name's Clayton Eckhart. She's like, do you not believe me, Clayton Under Eckhart? And then she finally fesses up. She goes, look, there's a friend who doesn't want to date me. I have no interest resuming that relationship because it isn't going anywhere. And it's like, well, it kind of sounds like she wanted the relationship to go somewhere and it didn't. We don't know. Maybe just the way she was like, well, he doesn't like me, so what's the big deal? She should have said, I don't like him. But either way, we see a gray area. Do me a favor. Call in if you want. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. 401-213-9828. Was she in the clear with the friends with benefit? Should she just not have mentioned it to the other girls who backstabbed her? Or was it the fact that she sort of lied about it? Sometimes you lie because you want to protect the other person. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but I'm saying, hey, come on. I understand. I get it. Everyone should have a friends with benefit, you know, when you're single and all that. Clayton, if you want one. Some people emotionally don't like it. Some people do. All right, I digress. Clayton says to Cassidy his biggest fear was falling for someone who isn't there for the right reasons. Cassidy says, there's no one as excited as I am to see you. And then Kate says, holy shirts and pants, y'all, when Cassidy gets sent home. Who has the rose, bitches? Not you anymore. He took that right back. He had the receipt, and he did a little Amazon exchange. So took the rose right out of your hands. We didn't see this. It would have been nice if she kind of like held onto it for a second and they had one of those cartoonish standoffs and then somebody snapped the rose. You know, you got pricked. All right. So she gives good tears. She walks out. Kate says the Wicked Witch is gone. Well, you're on your way out too, honey. Which is too bad. My opinion has always been friends with benefits before meeting Clayton isn't the red flag. It's telling the other girls, and it's less a red flag and more a rookie move. You shouldn't have said anything. As long as you don't go back to the friends with benefit, you're fine. You know what I mean? It's not a Jed situation where Sony said he loved this and that. No, you were pumping your palm or you're getting it off. Get it off now and hit the like button if you don't mind. Sierra worries that she is tainted because she's the bearer of bad news. Because, of course, Sierra is the one who kind of broke this story. You're all right. Rose ceremony, they don't even try to do exit interviews. So the people sent home were Cassidy, of course, already. Then we have NC and then Kate, Oppenheimer, Kate, and then Tessa. So you could say her mortgage was revoked. I don't know. That's just stupid. She works for a real estate group. All right. And then Tessa, of course. All right. So let's get into the next. Someone said, I feel like the drama got in the way of why we're here. And it's like, hello, newsflash. You're only here for the drama. What are you talking about? The producers are like, yeah, no. The drama got in the way because that's exactly where we wanted it. Hey, where should we put this drama? We brought the movers in. Should we get some drama in here? Hold on. Do we have the backup button? I think we have the backup button. Yeah, we're going to need the drama. Back it up. Put it right here. Are you sure? That's going to be in the way of love. Yeah, like I said, put the drama right here, all right? So that's where it is. All right, you always need to back up the T button. All right, so Jesse Palmer says, you never know when your last moment with Clayton will come. And Sally Carson's like, yeah, let me tell you about that. If you guys don't know the reference, that's the one who was married or engaged or whatever. Happy birthday, Sally Carson. Just celebrated her birthday. Group date is up first. All right, so we do the group date. I don't even have an image for this. It doesn't matter. Hey, new subscribers. Shout out to Sorelli's. New subscriber just popped up on the screen. You guys can subscribe too. Down below. All right, so they go to Avalon, which is a club in Hollywood, real seedy. I guess the group date is that they're just going to do blow in the women's bathroom. Do they want to make this realistic or not? Caitlin, she's like rolling on Molly. Caitlin Bristow waits on stage in the dark. Oh, Lord Bristow. She says hi, and none of the women react. It felt like a sorority initiation. She just gets out a Sharpie and starts drawing flaws on their body. Hey, I wasn't in a sorority. I've heard rumors. Y'all are... oh boy, you know what I mean? Leave a sorority comment if I'm wrong, but I've heard some nightmare stories. I feel like fraternities do physical hazing and sororities do emotional hazing. Sororities are like, yeah, you could haze me physically all want, but you tell me I don't look good in that pencil skirt, we got a story. So they kind of sit down in the circle and do this thing here where Caitlin reads statements and she says, if this resonates with you, please stand up. Stand up there if there are parts of you that you aren't proud of. So they bring the physical representation of people's unearthed shame and all that, just guaranteeing that they're going to have, emotional responses from people. Of course, we've all got shame. We've all got issues that are unresolved that we mask through whatever identity we've assumed in life. Come on, we're not trying to get too deep here. This is how it works. Clayton too. Clayton gets involved, and there we go. So, which, by the way, did I share with you guys? I don't think I've got it with me. I have Clayton's. Oh, I don't have it with. If you guys want to hold on for a second, I'm going to share this with you. Someone sent me yesterday. I'm pulling it up right now. Someone sent me yesterday Clayton's photos from when he was in high school, guys, and it is adorable. So I'll see if I can pull those up for you. It's just amazing how adorable he was in high school. He was legitimately like a lot smaller than he is now, which is good. Anyway, I'll have to find those photos. But anyway, let's get back into what we have here. Sorry, I lost my spot. There's going to be a lot of criticism. So, like they always do, there's going to be criticism about people that, a lot of people aren't going to like the fact that Caitlin Bristow is leading a very heavy sort of, exercise that maybe a therapist should be leading. But that's what the show does, right? They try to it can be very performative at times because everything that the show does is performative, right? We have to realize that, right? Obviously they want to elicit a strong response from people. So by the way, this was what I was talking about. I just pulled it up here. This is Clayton from when he was in high school. Someone sent this to me last night. Isn't that adorable? He's cute. He's got the Hollister shirt on. He's got the undershirt. He's doing his thing. He's got the bangs for the ladies. You got to do the bangs in high school. You can't pull off the good hair in high school. You'll have nothing left to look forward to in life. So anyway, back to the story. So there's going to be a lot of criticism, but they have a heavy discussion. Maybe not a lot of criticism, but you guys know. It's tough. They had a trigger warning. They did the whole thing. Being seen, being heard, being judged. They cover it all. Race, body size. Clayton says, don't hold back talking about race. He welcomes that. I think the convos are good. Of course, like I said, performative. It can't not be performative. It's planned. It's on a TV show. Clayton says he used to hate who he was as a kid. Of course, there he is. Would obsess over not having hit abs. Turned his biggest weakness into a strength. Wants to pour out to others the idea of loving who you are. Susie says she has never heard a man talk about those feelings towards himself. And it's like, oh yeah, well, this is good. Not to say there aren't winners in this true circle. Everyone won by being a part of it, but Serene is really shining. Eliza, and Susie as well. Starting to see some favorites emerge. Group date rose goes to Eliza. All right, so we got that going on. Now we have Sarah. She gets the one-on-one date. 23 years old from New York City, and Shanae isn't happy for Sarah. She goes, are we here to make besties, or are we here for love? Why can't you be both? It's no one's at the door being like, look, are you here to make besties or are you here for love? Well, I guess I choose love. Okay, then you have to be a villain. No, it doesn't work that way. Becca Kufrin, Clayton's good friend, stops by the probably met that day. They do a scavenger hunt in their skivvies. Honestly, wearing your underwear in LA is more clothes than most people in LA are already wearing. A lot of naked people running around. They sing in public. That's far more embarrassing than dressing in underwear. Woof. He can carry heavy weight, but he can't carry a note. Hey, folks. Sarah crushes the freestyle. She goes, yo, Clayton, you know I'm not about the drama. Something, pump my palmer, take you home to my mama. I don't really remember. Sarah opens up about being adopted, grew up ashamed being adopted, like as a second choice. She gets to Clayton's rose. He says she exceeded his expectations. They dance and kiss in front of a stringed orchestra, as you do on your first date. Probably better than pretending to know who the musical guest is. That's always the best, when the guy's dancing behind her so they can both stare at some, cowboy that they don't know yet. They go back to the house. Elizabeth makes shrimp. There she is. Oh, by the way, we have breaking news. Hold on. We have to get the breaking news button going. We have breaking news here. Can you believe this? Oh my gosh. She's using a metal spatula with a nonstick pan. Oh boy, is this not good for the pan. There's a bunch of dads out there going, oh my gosh, how could you be doing this, Elizabeth? You need to use a plastic or a rubber spatula. You're going to scratch the nonstick coating. It's going to get in your food. It's not a good look. Anyway, I digress. Shanae takes 8 shrimp out of the 15. All right, we have a hilarious shrimp counter happening in the top corner. Shanae, the shrimp stealer. If you didn't think there's any other reasons to not like Shanae, we're going to go crustacean on the mode. If you want to know what I really think about shrimp, you have to watch last night's live stream. I mean, I went off. I don't do exoskeletons, pro armadillo. But I don't eat armadillo. They're there for friends. They're warrior hamsters, and I'll have it no other way. Group date. Loves a beach. Loves Clayton. So let's go to the group date. Play on words, loves a bitch. Loves a beach. Oh, Sandy. I love how jazzed they are to go to the beach. The ladies are so pumped to go to the beach. Let's go back to the initial graphic here. That's not the one. Hold on, there it is. They're so pumped to go to the beach. When you've been quarantining for weeks and you're staying at a mansion, yeah, a mansion's nice. It's nice to be at a mansion, but when you're stuck there, you get so jazzed to do normal things. You lock them in a mansion. Normal activities are huge. They're like, after the beach, we're going to go to the supermarket. Oh my gosh, we're going to go to the supermarket. It's going to be amazing. We may even hit the dentist and get a cleaning. Oh my gosh, we're going to go to the dentist and get a cleaning. This is amazing. Nicole Eggert arrives at the beach, one of the original stars of Baywatch. There she is. They cover the basics, the slow-mo run, applying sunblock, all the cliche Baywatch items covered. The only thing covered and not covered is, you know what, they had to blur out a lot of things here. FCC, land of the free. God forbid it's 9:30 at night and we get to see a little butt crack or two. Squats for the boys. I think that's fine. I think we should be able to see what we want to see. Put a little thing at the front. Hey, there'll be people in bikinis. Oh no. Meanwhile, 7-year-olds are just watching porn on their, how far back is this dang FCC? All right, I digress. At the night date, the women compliment Clayton's leather jacket. Wait, Shanae kisses Clayton in front of everyone else in the villain move. That's the typical villain move of the season when someone starts getting a little, not that's Gabby, but when Shanae starts kissing a little bit more than everyone else, everyone goes, oh, that's the villain. And she's like, well, I got more in store for you. Gabby brings aloe vera for Clayton on the night part. Classic after beach move. Nothing better than aloe after being in the sun. Total white guy necessity there. Shanae tells Clayton she still feels bullied. Seems like she's a constant victim, right, folks? Some folks just don't mesh well with others. Then they kiss, and then in her private confessional, Shanae goes, I had him. I didn't mean to cry, but I cried. And I'll show you guys. Actually, I was going to show you guys this later, but I had screen grabbed what Clayton's response was to this. We'll probably have a separate video about this, but check this out. I'm about to pull it up on the graphic here. You have to remember, Clayton's watching this for the first time. So he's watching things go down and he's like, what the heck was that? So oh my God, he believed me, I've got him, I was good. And then Clayton's response, oof. And then afterwards he says, oh boy, what I was being told then and what I'm seeing now is like watching two different movies. That's right, Clayton, it's a horror film. You thought you were the star, but you're just the victim here. So Clayton tells the ladies, so they get in this thing, and then Clayton says to Elizabeth, look, you guys just hash it out. Because, the lead never knows who the villain is. There's always one person who's like, obviously the villain to us, but to the lead, they're like, look, just hash it out, which is what you tell your kids, which of course leads to more fighting. Hey, just hash it out. Next thing you know, they're just rumbling and tumbling in the church pew. Shanae says, I didn't point out any names except a couple, because the lady's like, who told them? And Shanae goes, I didn't tell them. I didn't point out any names except a couple. Imagine if she was in the mob. I didn't snitch on anybody, Big Tony, except a couple. Little Remy, I snitched on Big Bronco, whatever, you know. It's like, that's actually a couple people. Elizabeth again continues to speak logically, rationally, and without emotion, while Shanae calls her a bully. It's perplexing, to be quite honest, what's going down over there. Very perplexing. Sorry there. And I don't know. Elizabeth, like I said, when you come off logical, rational, and don't have abrupt emotions, you win the argument 100% of the time. So Shanae loses her cool, calls Elizabeth fake and two-faced. Group date rose goes to Gabby. Gabby gets the group date rose. And of course, Shanae calls Gabby a 12-year-old cheerleader. Oh no, a 12-year-old cheerleader, not a NICU nurse and other accolades that she has. So Shanae has set back the feminist movement by apparently 45 years, which, you know, the villain does every year. Now, we'll discuss Shanae more as a villain, but if you want to call in and discuss Cassidy, Shanae, or any other shenanigans of this episode, feel free to call 401-213-9828. We're going to have tons of content coming your way today, so stay in touch, and we'll be with you guys shortly in the next video. The next video is a breaking news story. We have Morrison Riley coming up next. Bye, guys.